decided to have a new video for you, and in this video I'm going to be showing you what's in my emergency pouch, emergency toilet bag. It's kind of like an emergency slash essential stuff toilet bag. So yeah, it kind of has some like necessary items in it, in my opinion. And I thought that I would show you today because I feel like this could be interesting to watch, and it could hopefully also be relaxing. So yeah, I actually take this toilet bag with me on the go, when I go to work, when I go to school. And I just find it easy that everything is contained into this bag. Since I'm mostly with work, I actually like always just take like a tote bag, and then I can just throw this pouch in the tote bag, and I know that I will have a lot of essential stuff in here. So I kind of like this. I feel like it's handy, so I thought that I would show you what I keep in here. And as you can see, I am also wearing fake nails, so that is like another factor into why this could hopefully be relaxing. And I know, I always like when I have fake nails that I kind of tap on everything, because I normally don't have nails that are that long. My nails usually don't get that long. So I thought this would be like the perfect opportunity for an ASMR video. So yeah. But let's see what's in it. This is actually, like, by the way, a very old toilet bag. It has these two characters on it that are called Yip and Yannicka. This is Yip, it's a little boy. This is Yannicka, a little girl. They're like little characters made up by a Dutch illustrator. She's called Fiep Westendorp, which is like, this is her name. It is on the label, and she's like an illustrator who created these characters, and they're basically like just illustrations. There's like books about them as well, maybe even some cartoons, like TV shows. I don't really know. I think those exist. And just, yeah, things like that, basically. And this is like sold at Hema, or at least it used to be, because this is very old. This bag is from when I was a child, but I thought it was just a cute bag, so I wanted to use it. But this, I think Hema still sells items. Hema is like a Dutch store, and they still sell items that have these characters on it. So yeah, I just wanted to like show you that. But this is like just a pouch that I use. I think it is like pretty decent size. Like my hand or something. It is like, you know, a relatively small toilet bag. I think it's supposed to be for kids, obviously. So it's supposed to just, I guess, for a child, they can just put a couple of their like toiletries in there, which like children don't normally have that many toiletries. So yeah, I guess that's why it's like a smaller bag. But let's just open it up. And as you can hear, it has Velcro. It also has a little mirror. So be careful. Yeah, there's like some Velcro on here, and obviously, like I said, a little mirror. So yeah, let's put that back, and then we can look at what's inside the bag, obviously, because that's why we're here. So yeah. Let's open it up because there's still a zipper, so it's definitely like a secure bag. Okay. There we go. So let's actually take a look at what's inside. It is very full, as you can see. So I am gonna try to go over this. Like, obviously, I'm gonna be tapping everything and kind of talking about everything a little bit, but I obviously don't want this to be too long and boring, because since it is an ASMR video, it can usually be a little bit more boring, so I will show you everything in detail. So yeah, obviously this bag is also a little bit dirty. I have says travel wipes, nail polish remover. And here it actually says, hopefully the same thing in Spanish, I think. It also has it on there in like a couple other languages and over here as well, but yeah, they're basically just nail polish remover wipes that you can take with you when you're traveling, which is a very like a good invention in my opinion, because it can always be tricky and almost like actually literally dangerous when you're taking like acetone or like nail polish remover that contains acetone with you to travel. I feel like even like acetone free nail polish remover just sometimes smells funky, and I'm like, there's probably still chemicals in there, so yeah, I would not really want to take that with me when I was traveling, because if it leaks, if it spills in your luggage, that's obviously not something you would want. So these are actually really perfect for that. They're just little wipes. You have a little instruction here on this on how to use it. These ones are almost empty, so I already have a new batch, because these are like sometimes hard to get. I got these on some Kiko, obviously. I don't know if they still even sell them, but sometimes I can always find them at a drugstore and stuff. I think I did see them at a drugstore some time ago, but yeah, I got these at some little store. They're from the brand Yes Love. So yeah, I don't know. They're just really handy. I even enjoy using these at home because it's so easy. Like you literally just open the lid and you have a bunch of these little wipes. I can show you. Obviously, you have to be careful with my nails. I don't mess up the paint on these fake nails. They're quite cheap nails, so the best quality. But then you can kind of just see, you know, there's like multiple of these little wipes, and yeah, you can just take one of them, take it out, rub it over your nails. Obviously, as you can also see on the little container of this one, and it just takes everything off, and it's really easy to travel with, but also just like to have it in your little essential beauty bag. For when you have nail polish on and you're on the go and it's like chipping off a lot and you're like, ugh, maybe you have to be somewhere, maybe you have to be at like work or at school, or maybe you have to like do a presentation or whatever, and you're like, my nails are gonna look crusty now, so it's just easy to then have like a little wipe like this and just take it off. But even at home, I enjoy these because they're quite oily, and like they are always like acetone free. At least I also think that these ones are acetone free. It doesn't really specifically say it, but it always feels like very gentle and nice to just like, you know, use these. Take off your nail polish. It doesn't feel like abrasive. Like sometimes other nail polish removers, even acetone free ones, can feel like abrasive to me sometimes, and like very harsh on my nails, but these are always super gentle, so it's quite a good thing to have. So yeah, that's my first thing. Once again, it's getting a bit like dark or something. Let's see. I'm gonna do exposure a little bit. But yeah, let's look at the next item. Next up, I have these little hair ties. They're like hair ties, hair bands, hair elastics, whatever you want to like call them. Obviously, just this can obviously be handy if I'm wearing my hair down during the day and I at some point want to like put it up. Then obviously it's kind of like annoying to not have like a hair tie with you. So especially if you're like really just getting sick of your hair, then you might just want to like put it up. So yeah, I feel like these are definitely very nice for that. And these are not like the best hair ties. They're actually not real Invisibobble ones. You might think that they are from like Invisibobble. Yeah, that's what they're called. I was gonna say Invisalign, but it's those braces. But they're not real Invisibobble ones. They're actually from Primark, so they're like pretty cheap ones. They're definitely very stretchy. As you can see, which is like not that good of a thing in this case. They just like are a little bit too stretchy, so when I use them usually do a little trick. I twist them, and I basically put them together like this. So I already have the hair tied double, and then I will make a ponytail with this. So just like, make a ponytail now. But it's still not like that great. I just don't like these hair ties that much. But for on the go, sometimes it's just easier. I'll make a braid in my hair, and then they're perfect. So yeah, they're not the best hair ties, but I just have these in here. They're actually very good when you're dyeing your hair. If you want to section your hair off, and maybe like the part that you've already done, you might want to like basically already put up in like a ponytail or a bun or something to keep it away from the parts that you haven't dyed yet. Then this is actually really nice because obviously since they're plastic, you can rinse them off. Maybe use a little bit of soap really easily, and it's just like they're clean. Sometimes they get stained, but I mean it's fine in my opinion. It's much easier than using like regular hair ties and have them get like soaked in hair dye, and then you have to like wash them with like detergent or soap, whatever, and it's just a whole mess. So this is definitely a lot easier. So yeah, I like these, but they're not amazing. So yeah. Anyway, the next item is this, and this looks like a Carmex, but it is actually filled with something else. It is filled with Shea Butter. So there you can see it, and this is just really nice. Let me use a little bit to put on your lips, or but on your cuticles. Or like even on your hands. If your hands are like feeling a bit dry, you can kind of just like take some of this and just put it on there. I really like this, especially in winter when it's colder. I mean, usually my skin gets a bit more dry, and it's just really, good to like put some like product on there. I have this in a Carmex jar, as I said. But I do not really like Carmex. I still have a Carmex lip balm. I've had many of them in the past, and I used to really like them, but now I just don't like the stinginess. I don't like the like mintiness. It's just, I also have heard that it's not really that good for your lips. So yeah, I'm not really that much of a Carmex fan, but I do really like Shea Butter. It's just really nice, and I've learned recently you can also apparently eat it. Like you can use it as actual butter, like if you're vegan or something. That's kind of crazy to me, but I mean, I'm willing to try it. So yeah, I don't know. For now, I'd probably just stick to like using it as a lip balm and using it as like a body moisturizer or like cuticle oil and stuff, which I think it is really great for. I really like this. My mom actually doesn't like it that much. She used it as like a lip balm as well, and she doesn't like it that much, but I think it's really good. I really love this on my lips. I love it. My skin and my cuticles, it definitely is something I kind of had to get used to, but I do really like it now. So yeah, definitely can recommend Shea Butter, not Carmex. I mean, maybe you like Carmex, it's fine. I don't have anything against them, obviously, but yeah. Then I see that I have another lip product in here, which is actually a Catrice lip balm. It just seems to kind of like match my nails. Literally, it's like almost the same color, but this is a lip balm. I think it said something on here on the front, but it's totally chipped off. But it is a lip balm with cooling effect and mint flavor. Once again, has like a minty flavor to it. But it's in the color 030 Wonderful Lips. And yeah, I don't know, I like this. I think it's just like a very simple lip balm. I think my aunt actually recommended this because she had one of these and she really liked it, and I was just like, yeah, let me buy one as well. And it is basically just a lip balm that has a bit of a tint to it, as you will see. It's like a tinted lip balm. I've used a lot of it. I'm actually sort of trying to use it up because it's kind of old. But it's like a tinted lip balm that has some like mintiness in it, and I'll show you. It definitely does have like a pigment, It's definitely visible. It feels very nice. It's a really nice lip balm. I'll put some of like, you know, minty effect to it. So some people say it's like supposed to plump your lips, or some companies say that. I don't really know what the purpose is, but it's decent. I don't love it like a lip balm, like in Carmex, but I think something like this, it's better. Because this just also feels more like, you know, this is like I guess a lip balm, but it's tinted. It's like a little bit different. Yeah, it's quite nice. I actually also enjoy using this at work. Since it feels like you're wearing a lip balm, but at least like you have a little bit more color. Because I mean, if I had to wear like lipstick like all the time at work, I feel like that would be kind of annoying. Or like lip gloss as well. You'd have to like touch it up, and you'd have to like make sure that it looks decent. And like obviously I don't have a mirror like with me when I'm like working, so it's like, you know, it'd just be kind of a mess. So something like this is a lot easier because you can just kind of like pat this on a little bit, and it's like a lot better. So yeah, I don't know, you don't have to worry about it like looking weird when it's fading, because it's like a lip balm, so it's pretty natural. So it's not like, it's never gonna look that crazy, unless if you maybe really put it on all around your lips, which I have had that before. That I applied it a little bit too much of it, and it was kind of like around my lips. I like was like a little bit smeared around my lips, so it looked a little bit crazy. It looked a little bit like a clown, but not too much. Even then, I was like, it looks kind of bad, but it didn't look crazy. So I was like, you know, it still looks decent. So yeah, definitely a nice product that I have in here. And then let me see, because I have so much left. I have this bag, which you're like, this looks weird. It's a nice sound. This also is very minty. These are basically some little mints. Mint pastels, pastillas, whatever. They're apparently sugar free, okay. Whatever. They are just these little mints from Kruidvat, which is a drugstore in Belgium. And yeah, they're just like little mints. I don't know. They say it's strong on them, obviously. And I kind of like thought they were like a bit too strong when I first tried them, and I still think I like a little bit strong, but I'm more used to them, I guess. Or maybe they've kind of lost their strength, but they're definitely like a little bit much. Sometimes they kind of make my eyes water a little bit, but they're just like, as you can see, these basic little mints, you know. I kind of don't feel like taking one, but this is once again really nice. You know, when I get to work, when I get to school, and I'm like, ugh, my breath maybe smells a little bit, like you can have taste in your mouth that like it doesn't, you know, you taste something in your mouth and you're probably thinking like people might be able to smell that. So it's just like nice to like have something like this, and I don't know, to just be able to kind of refresh your mouth a little bit, you know. So that just kind of like nice, like freshen up your breath. That kind of just take a little mint. So yeah, I feel like that's just always good, always handy. So I have these in my bag as well. Let's see, because I think I still have gum in here too. Yeah. Once again, some of these are actually from Aldi. Fresh Life peppermint gums. So yeah. Also, I think always good to have some gum with you. I feel like this is definitely better for not this is probably better to not use like right before work. Maybe in class at school, like you might be fine if it's like allowed. Like the school that you go to, and I was like, I feel like gum could be a little bit distracting sometimes, especially like obviously like when you're working. If you work with like customers, like obviously they can be distracting. But yeah, this is like maybe nicer for when you're like out of work and you're maybe still going somewhere and you just want to chew some gum or whatever. So I have that in here too. But yeah, obviously not the best to put in like right before work or class starts. That can be kind of distracting, but yeah, I have that as well. Let's see. Like you guys can see 3 things sticking out. Which one should we go for? Maybe we should go for this one. The little apple. You can actually you see me a little bit in the lid. But this is a little apple perfume. And this is called perfume is called Apple by Roxanne, I don't know. It is a little 18 milliliter perfume. It's obviously very small. I've had this for a while, so the paint is kind of chipped off a little bit. So yeah, but it is like, just a little perfume. I like keeping this in my bag because it is small and it doesn't like weigh a lot. It's like pretty lightweight. This is all like plastic, so yeah. I don't know. It doesn't weigh that much, and I just kind of think it's like easy to put this in this bag. The scent, you would expect this to smell like super sweet, but it actually smells a little bit more almost like an evening scent. I don't know, it really doesn't smell that sweet. I just like I'm really bad at describing scents, but we will try. Yeah, I mean, maybe Loki smells a little bit like an apple. I guess it smells more like I guess it almost smells more like this, like a sour apple than a sweet apple, if that makes sense. I don't know, but it does still smell good. It is still nice, but just not maybe like a sweet apple as you expect. I don't know what you would expect from an apple scent. Maybe apples aren't that sweet. Anyway, it's just a little perfume. It's nice to have that in your bag. Once again, if you like arrive somewhere and you might be like, oh, forgot to put on perfume, or like I often also use it at school, like kind of halfway throughout the day where I just feel like my perfume has probably faded a lot and I just kind of like want to spritz on a little bit extra, or I don't know, maybe if you've been like if you've kind of been like running around and you might be have gone a little bit sweaty or whatever, or you have like some deodorant, there is still deodorant in here, but perfume can also like help a little bit with that. So yeah. Anyway, that's just that. I always like having a little extra scents, to make sure that you smell nice. So yeah. And then the next thing is this. Oh, it looks very shiny. It is actually a mirror. Obviously, this is not the mirror. This is just the back of the mirror. And it has a little flower pattern. It just looks like super vintage and old, but this is actually just from Forever 21. But this is old, so it kind of has started to like discolor. So it looks like this is like a vintage mirror, but it's actually just like from Forever 21. But yeah, there's a mirror in there, obviously. I'm like not going to show you that, but it is in there. I think one of them is actually like cracked. So yeah. So anyway, you can just open it and close it again, and it's just handy, to like know what you look like. Once again, if you've like arrived at work or at school or like somewhere, even like just if you're just kind of out for a day, like shopping or whatever, and you just kind of want to make sure that your makeup still looks decent, or that like you haven't smeared any of it, or that like your hair still looks nice, or whatever you care about. Sometimes that might just be handy to like check what you look like, to check if your appearance is still looking presentable. So yeah. Or if you want to retouch some makeup, reapply some like lip products or whatever, you can like use this. So yeah, obviously it's a pocket mirror, we all have them, so yeah. Then I'll show you this thing. This is a little hand sanitizer. I got this one at Action. It is called Betty's Handshell Rose Fragranced Hand Wash. This is just hand sanitizer, alcohol gel, whatever like you want to call it. Apparently it says, it's a little bit confusing. Here it says rose, but then here it says potpourri. But maybe maybe it just means rose as in rose, like pink in French. I mean, obviously everything is pink, so maybe they're just talking about the color. And then the potpourri is just the scent of it. I don't know. I guess I don't exactly know what potpourri smells like, but it does smell more like what I would imagine potpourri to smell like. Then it smells like roses. It really does not smell like roses. So yeah, I don't know, but it's just a little hand sanitizer. It's very liquidy. Just like, obviously sanitize your hands. And yeah, I guess, yeah, it does not smell like roses. Definitely, I think it's supposed to smell like potpourri. It smells nice though. I really like it. And once again, nice if you're like, just on the go. At work, I like using this. I work with customers, and as like a student, I work at like with customers. So sometimes you're like, like you've been like close to people you're touching. I'm touching a lot of stuff. I'm like sometimes maybe touching people's hands. Like shaking hands stuff is not really a thing anymore. But like sometimes you might accidentally touch somebody's hand, or like, just you're dealing with stuff, you're touching things, you're doing things, and it's just like sometimes you want to like make sure that your hands are like sanitized in between. I also like work with food, so it's like, if you're touching people's food and everything, it's like you kind of want to make sure that like you don't put any bacteria in it. So yeah, you want to just make sure that your hands are a little bit sanitized. So I like this even after the pandemic. It's still good to use hand sanitizer sometimes, Or if you're going to the bathroom somewhere and there's no like soap or no towels or whatever, you just want to like make sure that you don't have any bacteria on your hands. Or, I mean, we all know the drill by now. With like COVID and stuff, obviously this was very prevalent. But even now, I'm just like, it just feels more hygienic to somebody sanitize your hands. So yeah. And then after you sanitize your hands might be a little bit dry. I guess you can use the Shea Butter, but you can also use this, which is actually just a little sample of the Lush Lime Bounty, as you can probably read. But this is basically just a little sample, as I said, from a Lush product. Let me show you. It's actually a body lotion. This is the Lime Bounty body lotion, and it looks green. It is quite a nice body lotion. It is like a little bit weird when you use it. Because like at first feels like very liquidy, and then it starts to kind of like tighten up a little bit. So it's like, it is kind of a strange consistency. Now it's like a lot more thick. It's a bit weird because at first it's like very liquid, and then it just like tightens up. It's kind of random, but I do still like it. It smells really nice. Obviously it smells like lime. Oh, it's just so delicious. Like, I love it. I would definitely consider like buying a full like bottle of this. But I like this little sample size because I can just use it as a hand cream, and it's an easy little small container. So yeah, very nice. And yeah, then first off, I think we're like nearing the end. I have a little hairbrush. I actually really like brushing out my hair. I really love just making sure that my hair is brushed out. I usually keep it in a ponytail, but even then, I like just keeping it brushed out. This is my hairbrush. It is broken. It is literally falling apart. Like, all of this. It's just like, oh my gosh, you can see it is awful. Like, it is super old. But I still have this. I need to get a new one of these because it's not even brushing that well anymore. Obviously, there's like multiple bristles missing. It's really awful, but this is what I have. Obviously, there was also like another side to this, so you can like close it shut, and that other side had a mirror, but then it broke off, and then the mirror fell out, and it was just like a whole thing. So that happened years ago because this thing is super old. But yeah, definitely should get a new one of these. It doesn't look dirty or anything, so I'm like, that's something, but it is still very old. You can see how many bristles are missing. Oh my gosh. Just, yeah, bad. Definitely need to get a new one. So yeah, that's that. And then let's see, I have a couple like period related products. I'll show you. of surprised that I haven't had to like use them, but I guess I usually also had pads with me and stuff, and I just always feel like that's quicker to use. I don't know, but I have these tampons. Still have them in here. So yeah, basically, they make kind of nice crinkly sounds. But yeah, I just have these in here for emergencies. You know, you never know if you're suddenly gonna get your period, or if you can help somebody else with them. Even though I don't know if I would feel comfortable even giving this to somebody else. It's like it looks very beat up. So yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I guess this is definitely handy. But I now actually like I take the contraceptive pill, so I kind of know when my period is gonna come. So it's like usually it doesn't really come as much as like a surprise, but obviously like you never know. Sometimes you can just get your period even if you're on the pill, and then this is definitely handy. Clearly, it hasn't come in handy for a while since they've definitely been in my bag for quite a few years, but I still keep them in there because you just never know. You'd see that like right when I take them out, they would come in handy. So yeah. Anyway, and then besides, I actually also have some panty liners in my bag. They come in these little packets, kind of like how I guess what are they called? Pads, like period pads, so they're normally wrapped as well. It's kind of a similar situation. These are actually very thin panty liners, as you can probably also tell. These are from Funds from their own brand. But even though they're very thin, they're actually like quite decent. Like they're very extremely thin. Like they literally like with just one layer. It's yeah. They're very very basic, but they do work. They are like decent. I actually like you know, it's actually good to have. I especially if they're wrapped, because then they don't get like damaged. You just have like a, you know, it's like an open paint liner. They can often always in the back like this. They can kind of get like dirty or get like damaged or whatever, and that's not something that you would want. So this is definitely very handy. So yeah, it's definitely also like always good to have. And then I also have one of these organic wipes, because I actually always use period cups, which is also why I still have so many of those tampons in this bag. Usually when I am on my period, like I will use the period cup, which I swear by, I love them. I love my period cup. It's just so handy, so like efficient. I don't know. But this is basically an organic wipe from the organic cup. I don't think my period cup is from that brand, but obviously that doesn't really matter. It just says organic wipe for cleaning organic cup on the go, which that's literally what it is. Like this is if you're on the go and you have to clean your period cup but you don't have access to a sink to rinse it out. Obviously you might have a sink in like a public bathroom, but it is kind of awkward and weird to like go out of the stall to clean your period cup in the public bathroom and then go back in the stall. That just seems, yeah, maybe don't do that. So this is definitely handier than to just use a little wipe it clean. I think I got these like on sale one time at the drugstore. These are actually just alcohol wipes. So if you can get like any other type of alcohol wipe, that might also just be working just as well. I've actually also used hand sanitizer to clean my period cup before, like when I didn't have these wipes and I had my hand sanitizer. It works just as well. Like, you know, it's alcohol, it cleans it. Maybe this one that I have right now is like a scent to it. Maybe I wouldn't use that one because that could maybe be bad, the scent and everything. But if you have like an alcohol gel that's like, you know, a high percentage of just alcohol, no scent, then it can definitely work. But on the other hand, you can also probably use these if you have something else that you want to wipe down. You know, it's just an alcohol wipe. You can use it for whatever surface you want to wipe down, or your hands if you want to just wipe your hands with them. It's good, you know. Very handy. So yeah. And then I actually also have a face mask in here. It is a FFP2 face mask, which I believe that they're called N95s in a lot of different countries. So yeah, but in Belgium we call them FFP2. So they're obviously like very supportive face masks. think it's like, you know, handy to have a face mask in this bag. In Belgium, like COVID rules are pretty not strict. I don't know. They're pretty like loose right now, but you just still have to wear face masks in like medical spaces, like pharmacy, hospitals, doctor's office, all those types of things. So I just like having this in here. You never know, you know, it's always just like good to have one in your bag. So yeah, that's like a bunch of things. Apparently these were like made in like Turkey or something, I don't know. Anyway, but I also like these are wrapped. That's why I kind of prefer keeping like a mask like this in my bag, is it's just wrapped. And then, you know that it's gonna be like clean in here, and like that it's also not gonna get like dirty from being in the toilet bag or whatever, you know. So yeah, it's just like good, just like with the like panty liners. It's just nice to have it like wrapped, you know. So yeah. And then the last thing, which might actually be honestly my most used item, probably one of the most used items, is this deodorant. It is a Nivea Naturally Good Bio Green Deodorant. It is vegan and has like no aluminum. I like this a lot. It is just like a very nice deodorant, and it just has a little spray, which I think is kind of fun. I used to have like a spray deodorant years ago, but I like this. You can basically just spray this under your armpit, and it's really nice. Sometimes I feel like it burns slightly, like it feels like it's like getting hot, but I never like actually see my skin looking irritated or something. I feel like that's usually when I've used it like a couple of times a day that it kind of gets too much, but you know, most of the time it's fine. It's just, it's very like good deodorant. It definitely is like effective. It smells nice, so can definitely recommend this. It's obviously kind of heavy since it is glass, but I think it's like, I don't really mind that much, so yeah, that's that. So yeah, put this here. That was everything that I have in my bag. As you can see, it is like completely empty right now. So I think I'll just put everything back for you, and yeah, let's just do that. So the deodorant, obviously, it's big, so I put that at the bottom, so it kind of provides a good base. This mask, I'm gonna stick that behind the deodorant, and then we'll get like the wipes and the penny liners. Kind of just stick it like next to those. Tampons we're gonna just throw in there. The mints. I'm kind of thinking like maybe we could put the comb like on the sides. I don't know if it really works. I guess it works, you know. Kind of putting that there. Maybe putting the mirror like next to it. It's like, you know, decent. And then maybe that one. Okay. So we still have these ones. Maybe we pop these. Put that one there. And looks like maybe in the corner and these ones up top. Yeah, it's a little bit messy. But everything fits in there, so yeah. Okay. There we go, my bag is full again. So now I'm ready to like take it with me again, so yeah. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe this can like give you some inspiration if you're maybe also like wanting to start like a little pouch toilet bag with stuff that you want to take with you at all times, or most of the time, you know, when you're like maybe going to work or school or whatever. And maybe you don't really have like a good idea where to start, and this can hopefully like, you know, give you some inspiration you kind of need to adjust it to your own wants and needs, and kind of just maybe put some products in here that you know that you use a lot, products that you can't really like go without. So yeah, I don't know, but hopefully this was maybe educational and maybe also just relaxing most of all. So yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're watching this during the day, then have a nice day, and if you're watching this at night, then good night, and I will see you next time.